Hey guys, this is Andre with the Crypto Ball, and we're here to look at another project. Now, this is one that I had my eye on because I always wanted to get into its competitor, being Zed Run. But Zed Run has been out for some time, and the assets are very expensive. And also, I don't like using the Polygon bridge, although this will also be on Polygon. Those things combined kept me out of Zed Run, and now I feel like I'm priced out. However, DeRace is coming to fruition to be a great competitor to Zed Run for a myriad of reasons, and we're going to go over those reasons. But first, I just want to say I'm dressed up as a fortune teller. I am not a financial advisor. Hey, do your own goddamn research. Make sure that you guys know what you're investing in. Make sure that you know these projects intimately before putting in your money so that you don't get rug pulled, so that you don't get scammed or finessed. Okay, so now that we have that all out of the way, let's take a look at DeRace. So DeRace, it is fairly new, right? This coin, I think, has only been tradable for about a month, maybe even less than that. And you know, one of the things that we like to focus on the Crypto Ball is, are we early enough to ROI on this project? Are we early enough to make sure that we get enough assets for our underlying asset? So in this case, I purchased DeRace on the Binance Smart Chain using PancakeSwap. So yes, just a disclaimer, I am in this investment already. And I think that it is going to grow for the reasons that we're going to talk about here. So we already know that horse racing NFTs in some capacity are going to be on these blockchains because Zed Run's previous success and current success is pretty much the staple right now for horse racing NFTs. I know that there's Chicken Derby and things like that, but I think that DeRace is coming in with some ideas that fix some of the criticisms that are alongside Zed Run. And I'm not talking bad about Zed Run, and this isn't a video on Zed Run, but we have to compare the two because there's an opportunity cost when you're buying into DeRace, right? All the money that you put into DeRace, you could also put into Zed Run. And we kind of have to make a comparison between the two to kind of discern, is this the best investment for our money when it comes to horse racing digital assets? So, DeRace. We are setting a new standard for the gaming and betting industries. DeRace is a complete NFT horse racing ecosystem where you can participate in horse races, breed NFT horses with unique characteristics, build your own NFT hippodrome, and make profit while doing it. So, one of the things that people complain about in terms of Zed Run is finding races, right? Or waiting for races. And the way that DeRace is trying to navigate that is that people that have invested into DeRace, quite a bit into DeRace, could build their own arena or circuit for horse races. And that's an interesting functionality that I had never considered within its competitor of Zed Run, but it seems like they're coming in to this project with that in mind. And actually, they're trying to fix a lot of the criticisms that are with Zed Run. So let's continue. Provable and transparent. Creating new standard for gaming and staking. Unlike in the real world, all DeRace horse races and bets are proven by blockchain provable RNG, leaving no room for the shadow of doubt. I don't really like the way that this website is. It covers up some of the words. Community gain focus. Become a bookmaker with DeRace. Community control with stakes in their own hippodromes. Most gaming and gambling platforms focus solely on player losses, and DeRace is here to change that. And then NFTs with a purpose. DeRace is breathing new life in the static NFT market, allowing players to fully interact with their DNA-enriched NFT horses and have total control over their hippodromes. In addition, an ETF will be issued, which will act as a blanket of mini horses or basket of mini horses, generating cash flow and setting accurate price. So, for those that have been in Zed Run, you will know that breeding is a big part of Zed Run, as well as racing horses, right? When it comes to these type of games, you have really two options. You either try to get a winning horse that wins a higher probability than it loses, and therefore you can gain money that way, or you can breed. So by breeding the best horses, you can produce other good horses in which you can sell those horses. But it seems like in DeRace, you have three options, the two previously mentioned, and also running your own arena for horse bets or these hippodromes. At least that's how I'm interpreting this, but they do say that, you control the own stakes in your arena. So that is a third way of gaining money. And it's especially important that we get into these type of projects earlier, because I'm not sure if you don't know about Zed Run, the type that you're breeding, the xenotype that you're breeding, and the bloodline that you're breeding is extraordinarily important, right? If you have a rare breed, it's going to go for 100x the price of a common horse, and I would expect that DeRace is going to have a very similar mechanic, where they are setting up bloodlines for these horses. Those bloodlines affect performance, and so it directly correlates to how much money are you going to make in this game. Are you going to have good horses, fast horses? They're probably going to have a good bloodline. If you want to breed good bloodline horses, you need other horses with good bloodlines. And so when we're talking about, are we early enough, these horses aren't even produced yet, right? There's not been a horse sale. So yes, we're definitely early enough in this project, which is why I have invested. But let's continue on. DeRace is introducing a never-before-seen twist to NFTs, DNA-enriched NFT horses, and community-owned NFT hippodromes that players can fully interact with. One-of-a-kind horses that differ in both traits, rarity, performance, cooldown time, and visual appearances, and horse breeding, corresponding NFT horse genetics, breeding via genetic algorithm and Ethereum smart contract. Horse races are based on RNG technology. The winner gets all participant fees. And then the NFT hippodromes, horse races take place in hippodromes owned by bookmakers. Bookmakers make a profit from fees and bets made before the race. So this is really what is the differentiating factor between Zed Run and DeRace, right? This third way of making profits in which you can facilitate a race and make profit from those fees and bets made before the race. And depending on how popular this game gets, you can think of this kind of like land, right? If you have a popular hippodrome and people want to use your hippodrome for whatever reason, right? We don't know the intricacies of this functionality, but it could be a substantial part of your profit in this game, right? Let's say, for instance, that you go out, you get a really good bloodline horse, and you get two really good bloodlined horses. Well, then you're breeding those horses, and every time that you breed a horse, you race that horse. Well, eventually you're going to come up on a pretty good horse, right? And so now you're breeding horses, you're racing horses, and you're facilitating these races for others. That could be a substantial sum if DeRace has the success of their competitor, like a Zed Run. Things to think about. Horse betting. DeRace betting is transparent. Calculations and coefficients are fully automated by an algorithm. An in-game horse marketplace. NFT horses can be bought and sold both in the DeRace marketplace or in other NFT marketplaces. So they're talking about this cash flow ETF. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really understand the cash flow ETF, but hopefully you guys have a better understanding. And if you think that you do understand it, make sure that you talk to me about it in the comments and help old dog get some new tricks, because I'm not really getting it. The underlying horses could be used within the DeRace ecosystem to generate cash flow, which will then be used to burn ETF tokens. The ETF will reflect the live value of the underlying horses. It will be liquid and hence confident inducive to most crypto holders, along with a clear market price. It will be net deflationary as a means to highlight DeRace as one of the few NFT developments that is first and foremost a product and that too with a business model. So I mean, I'm reading what they're saying. I'm just not wrapping my head around it. Once again, in the comments, if you have a better understanding of this, please try and help me. So Revolution. DeRace is a combination of three booming multi-billion-dollar markets: video gaming, gambling, and horse racing, all together valued by more than $700 billion. And then pretty much they just say the advantages of being an NFT. The team behind them is a pretty big team for a cryptocurrency project. And they launched on the DAO Maker. Now, they did just have, and we cover the good and bad here on the channel. I don't really just tell you guys, all the positives. And as the videos continue to be produced, you will hear some of my bad investments, but DAO just had a hack. So, yesterday, this was about $3 or so, and it dropped down to 48 cents. But there's so much demand for this coin, it just shot right back up, and now it's kind of trading sideways at $2.20. And this would be a good time to kind of add a position because it is lower than it was previously. And this coin at one point had made it to $4. So just about at the tippity top. But yeah, definitely. If you want to know more about this project, I recommend that you guys visit the website as well as the Medium. The Medium does have a lot of updates. They have partnerships with Crypto.com, Binance. They're going to have Binance horses, Crypto.com horses. There's a lot of things going on with this token. And I do think going into Q4 of 2021, you may want to be holding some DeRace. Not financial advice. Hey, remember, financial advisors don't wear a cloak. But make sure that you're doing your own research. Make sure that you are looking into these projects. Let's take a look at their roadmap. So as I said, they are very recent. As a matter of fact, we can see it on the charts. They came out on August 21st. Right? Let's see. Is that true? Nope. August 3rd. They came out August 3rd. So, really, really new. Really, really new. I still think that we're early in it. But they are just getting started. And just in that time, they're saying that we're going to be coming up on some big things here, right? A release of all 3D models, early access for testers. They're going to be setting up their smart contracts. And this is probably where people need to be looking at the pre-orders of NFT horses. So in Zed Run, if you people that got Nakamoto's, Zabos, Finnies, right? They got these Genesis horses from Zed Run. This is going to be just as lucrative. I'm going to be waiting for it because this is how you're going to get the best bloodlines. And, those best bloodlines could start in the thousands. They could sell the Genesis bloodlines in the thousands. And they just might do that because of the pent-up demand for a competitor to Zed Run. So be on the lookout for pre-orders of NFT horses. I'll probably make another video the closer that this comes in so that you guys don't miss anything as we look in the crystal ball to try and get the most money out of these projects. And then Q4 of this year, the beta launch, breeding launch, this is where money is made, right? If you have a good bloodline and you start breeding as soon as this comes out, by the time the full platform launch comes in 2 quarters, you could have a huge stable, massive, big ass stable, and you're just running things in DeRace. That's my plan. So we'll look out for a crypto ball stable in DeRace. Their token metrics. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so 120 million total. And how much does the public get? We get about 7 million, 33 million, 7 million, 18. I wish that they would have had a chart so I could easily gauge this, right? So the team keeps only 10%, advisors 15, development. So, I mean, a lot of this is going to the public. I'm not sure how long this is vested in total, right? It says vesting first day of every month. What's the total vestment period? That would be something that I would like to know, and maybe I'll ask in the Discord. But if you would also like to know, or if you do know, leave a comment. But I do recommend that everyone join the social media of these projects because that's how you're going to keep up with the projects. And then here they have a ton of different partners. I actually see AU21 Capital in a lot of these projects that I like. They're using Chainlink, and this is probably going to be on the Binance Marketplace. Actually, this is going to be the first one on the Binance Marketplace because it's on their Medium. So make sure that you guys join the DeRace communities. Make sure that you sign up so that you can get all of the information on this project. I do think that it is one of the better ones. I do think that DeRace has a good chance to gain a lot of evaluation in a short amount of time, a quarter or two. So make sure that you join these. You don't want to miss out. If you guys have another project that you guys are looking at, something that you think is even better than DeRace or some of the other projects that I've talked about, make sure that you put it in the comments. I'm going to leave this website and the Medium article in the description, and let me know what you think. Is there a way that I can improve on these videos? I'm still new to YouTube. I'm still learning, and I am ready for constructive criticism. If there's something that you would like me to change or something that you think that I could be doing better, please let me know. I'm trying to build a community out there. I will see you guys on the next video.